Yo guys, Josh here, and yeah, today's video is supposed to be like something entirely different. 3 or 4 videos that I'm working on, none of them got done, and today's video is inspired by, well, whoever made this photo, this said person here. So I saw this and that got me thinking maybe I should attempt to, make something showing all the perk icons. And that's pretty much what got me to today's video, doing all the perk icons. Now, before I show you these perk icons, which you can see there, I got that up in Photoshop, things that I'm not including. And the first thing I'm not including is the Advanced Warfare perks. You can see the Advanced Warfare, the Exo Zombies. The actual perks are like real icons here. You got the Infinite Warfare here, the perk candies. These are all slanted. I don't know. I was like, oh, well, you know what? Technically, I could use them, but I'm like, you know what? I think we're going to stick with like Treyarch zombies and stuff, which is why I also did not include, the Nazi zombies there. So it's like, let's zoom all the way into these perks. Oh, God, too much. But yeah. These perks I were going to use, but I couldn't really find them anywhere online, and I was too lazy to, Photoshop, bring it in Photoshop it out, clean it up a bit. I was like, now, oh my god. Hey, look I can make something out of Lego. Like right there, mosaic, and then zoom out and be like, ah. Let's get to the main point of today's video, and that is this. This whole thing here. First, we're going to start with World at War. So, you got your quick revive, your double tap, your juggernog, and speed cola. Which, remember, all these perks are based off of, the multiplayer perks. I did a separate video on that, like entirely all on that. Remember, there's like faster revive, double tap is double tap, juggernog is juggernog, and I think speed cola is speed. Or no, sleight of hand. Yeah. So then we get to Black Ops. You can see the same icons for quick, double, jug, and speed were reused. And then we have the first DLC, which included stamina and PhD. And then we have the Call the Dead DLC that introduced Deadshot. And then we have Mule Kick, which I don't really know why Mule Kick was added to every single map. That to me was, I don't know. It was weird because it like knocked. For Black Ops 2, I'm going to first start with these ones here. So these are the Transit, Nuketown, and Die Rise perks. Yeah, so these ones here were harder to get. You can see out of all these, actually, the only ones that were really hard to get were these ones, which you can see the quality's a little off. But yeah, they're slightly different. You can see you have the normal, quick revive, then that one. And then you have the normal double, and then that double. Normal jug, that jug. You can see these ones look not as clean as these ones. Then you have the normal speed, that speed, stamina, that stamina. Yeah, the more I look at these, these ones are nice and clean and sleek. These are like kind of dirty. And then we have Flopper, which was, funny enough, only in Grief Mob of the Dead area and or Origins. Now, I compared in-game photos from my, when I did the PhD Flopper evolution video. There is no change between Origins and this. It's the exact same icon. Same with Deadshot. Deadshot is in Mob of the Dead, the normal one, and then it is in the Origins, or the Der Wunderfizz, and again, there was no change. And then we have Mule Kick, and then that Mule Kick from, that lineup. And then you have Tombstone, which was in the first perk for Black Ops 2 to be added. Tombstone was very unique and definitely way better than, we'll get to that. And then we have a perk that actually never technically returned, except, well, that one, it did return for this, but that's besides the point. And then we get to a weird one. So we have Electric Cherry. Now, this is the Electric Cherry that's in Mob of the Dead. Now, Cherry doesn't return until Origins, for Black Ops 2 at least. And in Origins, which I wrote here, the Electric Cherry is slightly darker, as you can see here, because I was comparing photos and looking. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, this is slightly darker. And then we get to the last new perk for Black Ops 2, Vulturade, which, again, kind of was brought back in Black Ops 4. We'll get to that. So Vulturade was kind of a really unique and weird perk. You know, it was like the gas cloud. Each zombie drops a little bit of money, 1 bullet and stuff. So, and then we get to Black Ops 3. And once again, for Black Ops 3, Shadows of Evil has, well, like Black Ops 2, little different ones here. So Shadows of Evil has unique perk icons. Quick Revive, Shadows of Evil. I really like the Shadows of Evil ones. They're really unique and different. And then you got your double tap. Shadows of Evil double, jug, speed, stamina. You can see they're slightly smaller, even though I did kind of size them to scale. I think it's because the border. And then you got Deadshot, and then you have Mule, Shadow Mule, and then Cherry returns, which you can see it technically does there and there. So we'll get to that again. Like, we'll get to that like all the other ones. And then we have the newest perk, or again, another one, the only new one that was actually added for Black Ops 3, Widow's Wine, which was actually really good addition. And then you have the Shadows of Evil Widow's Wine. And then, once again, Quick Revive returns for Black Ops 4. See, this right here, I think, is the reason why so many people disliked Black Ops 4. The lack of double, jug, and speed. Yes, when you get all the perks, speed, nothing really actually increased the hit points. You 4 hits and you're down, and always. And then double was, I think, just keep packing the gun. You know, you pack it once, then pack it again. It's 2,500, 2,500, 2,500. I think 4 times, and then it'd be more powerful. So, and then stamina actually does return, which yeah, stamina's in almost all of these. Damn. So yeah, stamina, and then you have, finally, PhD makes a return, but it is PhD Slider. The sliding part of Slider is just so awful after high rounds. This slider is only good for the explosive resistant damage. And you'll notice I also put Blaze Phase here, mainly because they have one unique things. I don't know why I said it like that. They both have a sliding ability that does damage. Slider, you slide and hit a zombie, boom. Blaze Phase, you go crouched, and as soon as you stand up, you launch forward, and boom, you kill the zombies. So that's why I kind of put those. And then you have this one, renamed Deadshot Dealer. I'm not sure why they did. And the icon, I don't know why they changed the background yellow. They should have left it like they did here. So not sure why they changed that. And then Mule returns again, as you can see there. Mule returns. I don't know why I'm surprised. Well, the Mule icon has a strafe, I think, or that one pistol you can see there. Alright, so the Dying Wish I put here mainly because, well, Who's Who and Dying Wish both technically have a similar ability, and that is when Who's Who activates, when you go down, you actually are in, the kind of a second chance mode to revive yourself, or run around and don't revive yourself. And Dying Wish, you have about 10 to 15 second where you're invulnerable, so you can kind of run away and stuff. That's kind of why I grouped these up. And then this is Electric Burst, I think. Not sure why they didn't just call it Electric Cherry. I'm not sure why the name change here, because it's the exact same ability. And then you get to Zombshell. Now this ability, I think when it's the modifier, has the similar ability to Vulture. That weird sphere you'll see for Zombshell, and you walk into it, zombies ignore you. And for Vulturade, it was that green cloud you stood in. You'll also notice I put Bandolier Bandit here, which gives you ammo. Vulturade gives you ammo. So That's kind of why I kind of try to group some of these weirder ones with slightly similar abilities. And then these two, which is Ethereal Razor. For those of you who don't know, Widow's Wine increases your melee damage, and so that's why I put Ethereal Razor. Increase melee damage, and I think the modifier, you can hit more than one zombie. So melee stuff, that's why I put it to there. And then Winter's Wail, you know, ice, Widow's Wine, webs. That's why I kind of put those together. And then we have Death Perception. Honestly, not that useful of a perk. A useless one, like even in Cold War. Well, I guess in Cold War it has all the tier abilities, the 5, so it's kind of useful. But yeah. Then we have Time Slip. This one is absolutely useless. Like, who uses this? And then we have Stronghold. The one where you stand still, get a little bit of armor. I think do extra damage when you're not moving. And then Temporal Tortoise, something Tortoise. Let me click what that one is. Oh yeah, Victoria's Tortoise. Wait, what was this one? Yeah, Stonehold Stronghold, and yeah, this one is Victoria's Tortoise. This one was kind of just has to do with the shield, so not that useful other compared to like the other perks. And then you have, what was this one? Oh, Blood Wolf Bite. This one was a weird one. You know, you get a lot of kills. The wolf Luna spawns in, starts like whooping ass. And then we get to Cold War. Once again, you got your quick revive, jug, speed, stamina. Flopper actually returns. Now, when this was first released and I was first playing it, I kind of complained a little bit about Flopper. Let me tell you this right now. After playing for like a year or so, a couple of years later, this is so useful now. This is so broken. Hopefully a video or live stream will be coming soon of what I mean by that, and or us trying to attempt something. And then we have a weird one. Well, not a weird one. It's just weird because they changed the icon. I'm not sure why they changed the icon. Well, actually, it's kind of a cool icon. You know, the skull and then the boom there. And then you got yourself Mule, Tombstone. Now, Tombstone's one ability is very similar to Who's Who. I think it is almost exactly like Who's Who. The Elemental Pop tier level 5 has Electric Cherry. That's why I put it in here. That is kind of the return of Cherry, so that is pretty useful. And then you have the Death Perception, which that made a return. Like I said when we're talking about this, I don't know, I wouldn't use this necessarily, but thankfully I don't complain much about the perks for Cold War because you can actually buy them all, unlike everything else. Beyond Cold War, you couldn't buy more than 4 unless you had certain elixirs and certain gobblegums for like Black Ops 3 and then elixirs Black Ops 4. And then we get to Vanguard. We have this. I'm not even going to look at these because I could click these and see what ones were what. So this is like Quick Revive, Jug, Speed, Stamina, and Deadshot. Boom. We ain't gonna talk about much of this because this is no. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the entire perk icon from World at War to Black Ops 2, 3, 4, Cold War, and Vanguard. Every single perk icon. Like I said, did research just to make sure that I wasn't missing any from like Origins, like these. Yeah, this is it. This is every single icon. One last thing too that I remember, if you guys want me to do this with the power-up icons, I was actually thinking of doing power-up icons and showing like, you know, same format, like double, insta, nuke. Oh wait, there's no nuke. It would just be double and insta. The icons, you know, that can appear on the screen, you know, the ones that are timed. So yeah, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. This was actually more fun than I thought. Guess how long it took me to do this? Well, okay, you don't have to guess. This took me about 2.5 hours because I had to resize everything here. For those of you who don't know, in Photoshop, you can't really resize a photo here because it resizes the whole canvas. And since I'm a lazy person, I just rescaled all of them, comparing to like one. Like I scaled one up good, and then I just everything I brought in, scaled it down, zoomed it up, and then boom. And then these lines are literally just they're just kind of squares stretched into lines because I couldn't get, grid, because this Photoshop is like 2011. So I made do with what I had. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for watching. And wait a second, no, that's wrong. Strike that, reverse it. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and just like always, bye-byes. Video's over, it's done, so I don't know what you... Whoa. What is this? I'm supposed to be saying that? Yeah, I know, but I'm you. Yeah, I know you're me, and I'm also me, and... Oh, what's happening there, Josh? Are you getting mesmerized or something? Wait a second. That's my word. That's my word. I say that word. Okay, you know what? That's it. That's it. Over yet. Door closing. So yeah, video's over. It's done. So yeah, I'm talking about staying here for, so yeah.
Could you attack someone else for a while?